I've made it to about like the 50% mark for first time caller. I'm really enjoying this. Way more than what I even expected I would. And I think it's because the book is not what I expected it to be. I knew walking into it, it was going to be a lot like Sleepless in Seattle. Not a lot, but it was going to be similar to Sleepless in Seattle. Those similarities are that Lucy's daughter ends up calling into the local radio station, and the guy, Aiden, he ends up answering, and they end up having a conversation about how Lucy doesn't have a love life, and Maya, her daughter, is upset about it and she's worried about her mom. Her mom ends up walking in while like into Maya's bedroom when she's on the phone with Aiden at the radio station, and she freaks out, and it's so funny because Maya is a preteen, and I really love that aspect about the book, that Lucy was a young mom and Maya's a preteen. I feel like it gives a bit more of a fun banter kind of dynamic to the story instead of Maya being a baby or a super little kid. I also love the relationship that Lucy and Maya have with Maya's biological dad and his husband. This book is definitely kind of a slow burn romance. Like, I'm on chapter 15, page 173, and we're just now like getting to the point where the two of them are starting to realize that they have like feelings for each other. I personally really like slow burn romances. They're some of my favorite. I don't like insta-lovey stuff, so like this is really fun for me. I've never read a BK Borrison book either. I am loving her writing. I didn't decide to like annotate or highlight any quotes in this, and I wish I would have, and I didn't because I was nervous that if I didn't like it, I don't want like a completely annotated book, so like I could donate it if like I didn't want it on my bookcase anymore. I'm loving it though, so I'm gonna need to reread this eventually so that I can annotate it. BK Borrison is so funny. She is so funny. She writes banter so good. Her descriptors are amazing. Like, her dialogue is so good. I really love that this book is set at like a radio station too. I have not like read a book like this before, or honestly like heard of a concept of like a romance book like this before, where it's like set at a radio station. It's a talk show, and like Lucy's trying to find love through the radio station and like interacting with people in Baltimore. Like, this is just really fun. I will try to keep you guys updated as much as I can this week. Like I had said, I have a lot going on this week with my parents in town. I think I'll be able to finish it. I just don't know how much I'm gonna update you guys as I continue reading it. So I'll see you guys in my next clip, like always. She got stood up on a date, and Aiden literally came to the restaurant. Oh my god, this book is so good. I feel like it's been so long since I've hopped on here and said anything because my parents were in town this past week, and it was so much fun to have them in town. We went to Santa Barbara, which I think was my favorite thing that we did. We went to a bookstore in Summerlin, which is like east of Santa Barbara. It's a little beach town. It's super close to Santa Barbara. So if you ever go to Santa Barbara, I recommend going to Summerlin and visiting Godmother's bookstore. It is the cutest locally owned bookstore. I've ever seen. It's like a little white barn. They've decorated it so beautifully. Their book selection was great. They had so many new releases. We really, really enjoyed that. And then we also went to an Angels game in Anaheim, which was a lot of fun. And then we did a backyard barbecue with my family and my boyfriend's family. My mom and I planted flowers, but we had a really great time. During that time, I also finished reading First Time Caller, which I really, really enjoyed this book. I really loved the concept, and I think I found a new favorite author with B.K. Borrison. I really enjoyed this book. I will say though, I did give it 3 stars, which I feel like is contrary to some people's like beliefs of like a rating system, which I get because I feel like 3 stars is pretty average. It means it was kind of meh, but the quotes I was able to find in this book, I really, really wish I would have tapped them. I didn't, but I think I'm going to be rereading this around the time that she releases the second book, which I'll put the date on the screen of when she's supposed to release the second book because I can't remember. I just really enjoyed this. I think my only complaint is that at times it felt a little bit slow because we kind of stayed in the same setting throughout the book. It stayed in the same process of Lucy and Aiden trying to find love for Lucy on the air, and that's what made it feel kind of slow. I also wish we got a little bit more of her dating experiences. I feel like that was a little bit lackluster, and I will say I wasn't a huge fan of Aiden. He was okay, and I understand why Aiden was the way Aiden was. I just didn't necessarily like, I didn't vibe with him that much. I just didn't like him compared to how I've liked like other book boyfriends. So I think that's why it docked more like stars than what I would have guessed at like the start of it. But either way, I really enjoyed this book. It was a really good book. I would definitely recommend reading it. So I think I might have already said this in the clip. I really, really liked Lucy, and I liked Lucy's daughter and their dynamic. That was really, really enjoyable, and that was really fun. I liked that B.K. Borrison aged up the daughter to not be like a toddler. I feel like that's so common in romance books, is like if one of the couples has a child, it's a toddler. Her daughter Maya was like a preteen, and I think that added like so much humor to the story. And I also just really loved Lucy and Maya's like relationship. So definitely giving this 3 stars. Definitely recommend you guys read it. It was such a fast, like, even though it got slow at times, it was still like a fast-paced romance book. And I really do kind of think if my parents didn't come into town midway through me reading this, I think I would have rated it higher as well, because I feel like when I go too long with reading a book, I just get bored of it. Like if it goes past honestly like 5 days of reading something that's like 400 pages, I just get bored of it. And since we had so much going on while they were here and just enjoying the time that they were here, it took me longer to finish this book. So I think that's what also like took me out of the story and made it feel a bit more slower paced. But either way, I would recommend reading it. I started a new book though. I picked up Paradise Problem by Christina Lauren. This is, I want to say, my second Christina Lauren book, or it's my third one. I'm pretty sure it's my second one though. I'm a little bit further than what my Kindle is showing because I've been listening to the audiobook on my drive to work. I'm at 61%. So I'm over halfway. Usually I like to update you guys at like the 50-page mark and then the 50% mark and then like finishing it, but I didn't. I will say though, I am really enjoying this. This is a very, very fun, beachy, rom-com-y kind of book. Christina Lauren's writing in this is so funny. It's just clever and witty and fun, and I really like the characters. Nothing about it is like too serious. Of course the characters have like emotional backgrounds and whatnot, and a lot of emotions to their reasonings and actions, but it still has that lighthearted tone to it, which makes it super fun. So Anna Green and Liam Weston are our 2 main characters, And they ended up meeting while they were at UCLA. They needed like student housing, and so they decided to get married to have cheaper student housing. And so Anna thought that she signed divorce papers. It turns out she didn't, for reasons that Liam explains in like the first 50 pages of the book. So it turns out they're still married, and he really needs her help going on a family vacation to his little sister's destination wedding. There she meets his entire family. They're really stuck up. They're so, like, his mom is something else. His mom is mean. His dad is also like really mean as well. Siblings are crazy, like all of it. It's really, really fun because Anna comes from a dad, like a single dad who worked a blue collar job, and she's not really exposed to the world that like West Liam is like born into. So it's really fun to watch them navigate it. There is this like moral complex with money and inheritance and things like that. Anna and Liam are like getting to know each other though slowly in like their little bungalow in this destination wedding, and it's just a lot of fun. It's like a fake dating, close proximity kind of situation, and it's just been a lot of fun. I'm really enjoying it, especially the audiobook. The voice actors are a lot of fun with it as well. I found a lot of good quotes in this already that I really enjoyed. I highlighted some of them in the beginning. I haven't highlighted as much listening to the audiobook, but they're just so witty and fun. Anyways, I will update you guys when I finish the book. I'm really enjoying it, and I just want to update you guys on that. So I finally finished this book, and by finally, I mean it took me a really long time to finish this book. It was really frustrating. I just lost interest, and I think I'm falling into a reading slump, and I don't know if this book caused it, or I don't know if it's Love Island. I think it's Love Island. I think it's Love Island. But I wanted to hop on here and give you guys the review for this book and finish out this vlog. As much as I lost interest in this book towards the end, I did really, really enjoy this book at the beginning. I thought the concept was really clever. I thought Christina Lauren's writing was really clever. The characters have such witty comebacks and such great banter. I loved the dynamic of Liam and Anna. Why do I always forget main character names? But I really loved Liam and Anna's dynamic. I thought that was really fun. I think what took me away from the book was the level that Anna was kind of quirky and described as being quirky. When they were setting up this whole thing to like fake be married, I almost said fake dating, but they're like fake being married, to his family, and kind of the standards that he's expressing to Anna that his family has, and like all these kind of rules that he would appreciate she kind of like fall into. She defied like everything that he advised, and in the end that did make her like more ideal to him, I guess. But I didn't fully understand why we set up so heavily that like Anna knows these things about him, Anna is a doctor, Anna is going to this college. Like, she has this whole backstory that they're setting up that she like throws completely out the window. So to me it just didn't make sense. Like, and partially I was like, felt like Anna was a little bit rude for doing that. I don't know. It rubbed me a bit of the wrong way. I don't know if it completely went over my head with its intention. I just didn't like it. But overall, I would say I would give this book a solid 3 stars. It wasn't bad. It wasn't my favorite. And I can't fully determine if it's like caused a reading slump for me. So I'm gonna give it a decent rating right now. I might rethink this. I don't think it's 2 stars, especially with the ending that we had with it. I listened to the majority of it on audiobook. I really like the voice actors for that, but I found the ending really entertaining. I liked the turnaround that we got from it. Yeah, I think that's all I really have to say about the book, but I wanted to hop on here and give you guys an update before I finished out this vlog. I will catch you guys in my next video. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment if you want. I post new videos. I'm trying to every Saturday, so be on the lookout for that. Don't forget to subscribe, of course. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.